Hello and welcome to this week's reading with me, Becca Handley, for the 12th to the 18th of July 2021. I haven't done a video for 2 or 3 weeks now. I went on holiday to Norfolk and we didn't have very good Wi-Fi reception, and I had a video all lined up but I couldn't send it, so I therefore didn't do the one the following week because it was very frustrating. But I think it was the universe trying to say, chill out, you're on holiday. But I'm back and I hope it finds everybody well. Thank you for tuning in to my video. So we have just had a new moon in Cancer. It was on the 9th, 10th of July. And I made some notes about this full moon, because new moon, because the energies are still going to be working their way through this week or so. So it's bringing us lots of new energy to help us start afresh. It's bringing us a kind of sun, like the sunny rays coming through the dark clouds, you know, after a storm when you get the kind of sun coming through. So that's how an astrologer described it, which I thought was rather lovely. There's a sentimental quality to it because of Cancer is a planet of sentimentality and the home and the past. So it might mean that you want to do some improvements on your home, or maybe get out a box of old photos or old letters and have a good rummage through. So allow yourself to take some time just to sort of be nostalgic. It's a nice energy for the heart. There's a rebellious energy to this new moon. It's helping us to rebuild our lives. It's helping us to really hone our vision of the lives we want to lead. It's a good time for getting projects boosted and getting going. There's a real sense of doors closing but new ones opening. So if something seems to be ending in your life, honour it, but be open to, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Yep, that's my sneeze. So yeah, it's about honouring the deepest feelings inside. It's about prioritising what makes you feel safe and secure and setting healthy boundaries. I think that's something that's really strong at the moment. Apologising now for the noise in the background. My neighbour's doing sounds like he's cutting iron out there. But I'm going to just carry on through because hopefully my voice is louder than that noise. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of stuff about boundaries at the moment and being able to speak clearly and calmly your truth, and for us not to kind of go into those ego reactions of either shrinking or kind of overreacting. So it's really this lovely mantra that I read about or heard about on Brené Brown's podcast, Gifts of Imperfection. That's right. And she's got a book also with the same name. Her lovely mantra is, don't shrink, don't puff up, stand your sacred ground. And I have found that so helpful in recent times. It's just very easy, isn't it, to kind of, particularly when we're still all going through something huge and maybe a little bit sort of post-traumatic and things are not as they were. We're still dealing with a lot of uncertainty. So don't expect yourself to be in a perfect place, and be compassionate with yourself. If you kind of stumble down, dust yourself off and pick yourself up again in the literal and figuratively speaking way. We are just humans. On one level, we are divine creatures, but we are also human beings living through a time of huge change on the planet. So the pack I'm using today are the Power Animal cards by Dr. Stephen Farmer. And I'm going to give them a shuffle and see what comes out. I do a 3-card reading, one for Monday, Tuesday, one for Wednesday, Thursday going into Friday, and one for the latter part of Friday going into the weekend. So I'm going to spread these cards out and see which cards I'm drawn to take. So let's see what comes out for Monday. Okay, we have the Coyote, the Wise Fool, and the message is, accept your follies and find teachings in them. So that's interesting. When I was saying that, you know, just before, it's about being human and accepting that we are not these perfect creatures, and that from time to time we're going to go a bit astray, we're going to take a tumble, we're going to do something that seems a bit foolish or thoughtless, and it's okay as long as we're learning from them. If we just keep repeating the same sort of behavior and we're not being mindful around when we've done that, then obviously life can be very difficult. But as long as we are just taking that time to think, okay, all right, why did that happen? Maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to talk to someone about what I'm feeling. Maybe there's a lot of stuff pent up. You know, if we don't talk about stuff, it can end up coming out in very difficult ways, very explosive ways, or we can get sick or run down. So this card is about learning from our lessons. Oh, there he goes again. Learning from our lessons and having some gentleness with the process, and remembering that you are just a human being doing the best you can in some tough, challenging times. every now and then I just do become more, does anyone see Schitt's Creek? Amazing, amazing series on Netflix, and I seem to be channeling Moira Rose. She's one of the characters, so I'll see if I can come back to Rebecca Harrison. Okay, so I've just taken a card from the middle of the week, and you've got a kangaroo there. Apologies to any Australian people. Oh, my accent. I'll stop. I really will stop these voices. Kangaroo, gratitude. Be grateful for all you are blessed with. So the message for midweek is about focusing on gratitude, and we don't have to be constantly repeating thank you all the time, but I think it's a nice energy to come back to, focusing on the things that we are grateful for, and that also creates a very powerful energy for manifesting what is to come, because everything is energy and the universe responds to the vibrations in and around you. So if we're focusing on gratitude, then it wants to find more things for us to be grateful about. So, I mean, we can always find something to be grateful for, and it's not just about being grateful for the good stuff, it's about being grateful for the challenges and knowing, focusing on the inequalities that you are developing in these tough times, whether it's resilience, whether it's a sense of allowing yourself to be more vulnerable and showing that side of yourself, to become more open-hearted, as Brené Brown talks about, which I think is a beautiful thing, that when we live with our whole hearts and accept the strength and the vulnerability that's within every one of us, we can connect and open up more and ultimately shine our lights, which is what we're here to do. Okay, let's take a card for the latter part of the week, Friday going into the weekend. Eagle, there we go. Look at that guy. What a wingspan. Cripes, Amundo. Trust in your higher self. So again, there is, I feel, from what I have been experiencing, what I've been reading about when I talk to other people, I think a lot of the lessons at the moment are about stepping away from our ego reactions, or at least being aware of our ego reactions and our triggers, and tapping into something higher. We have a crown chakra, an energy center at the top of the head, and that connects us up to the divine energies, the heavens, the cosmos, and this is where a lot of positive energy is coming in right now. So I think it's an important time to try and feel that connection in different ways, whether it's meditation, yoga, nature, while staying grounded and centered in your body, because sometimes we can get a bit sort of floaty and feel a bit spacey if we get too much up in our crown chakra. But it's really about remembering to listen to the gentle voice, the wise voice, and being aware when the ego, criticism, negative, the lower sort of vibrational voice inside is being dominant, and just coming back to the breath. This is a really good message of coming back to your breath, taking time for stillness, maybe turning off your phone for a bit, not listening to the news, just zoning out some of the white noise that, it's not even white noise because it's not very calming, just the general noise and din of the outside world, so that we can regroup, recenter, and then move forward into our next week with some new energy and focus. We have a big full moon coming up the following week. Okay, so there we go. That is your reading for this week. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care on the path, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.